Alright guys, in this video we'll see how we can actually develop from our laptops without the need to constantly commit our code and create images and then restarting services and pods and deployments. We can do this with Telepresence, which needs initially to connect to our Kubernetes cluster, and then once it's connected, we'll be able to intercept certain services, thus redirecting our requests, enabling them to pass not through the ordinary services by redirecting them to pass through our services where we are developing our code. So let's see the demonstration of this on a server where we have already installed and connected Telepresence to our local Microk8s distribution. Okay, here as a demonstration, on the left hand side we have our locally installed cluster, and we have one service which is called hello node, and it's of type load balancer, exposing our pod, which is also a hello node. So this is running on the cluster, and Telepresence has intercepted exactly this running service on port 9001. And now if I try to run a curl towards this address, so this is the address of the service which should go into the pod, it will show me empty reply from the server just because the interceptor of this service is now pointing to our locally running version on the same port. What I mean is that here I have the following contents of the program where I've modified the version of hello node, and it's version 5. And if I run the server locally, so if I run node monitor and then the name of the file, which is hello node, and will start serving us on port 9001. And again, I hit the IP address of the load balancer on this port, we'll see that we are skipping the default installation of hello node, which is running on the cluster, and instead we are running our local version. This allows us to connect to remote Kubernetes clusters, bypassing some of their services in order for us to develop them locally. It's very easy now to change something inside of this application, let's say the version. Of course, we can use an editor, and this is running locally. We are not uploading anything to the server. We are not creating images. We are not restarting deployments and creating new pods. And again, if we try to hit the load balancer IP address, we will see that right now we are testing with the new version, gaining enormous benefit by this way focusing only on certain parts of the application which we can install on our computer and develop using the real world cluster.